Oh, man.
There are places such as this where a little light
All right.
still gathers.
Round start. Book of Creative Insults. Okay. Mastery
Learn what
Trainer.
can be taught.
All right.
stand
Haven't used
just
Leper in a
a
while.
little
What kind of
taller at
stuff?
the
What do you
end.
got on tap? This increases some of his resistances. What does his movement resist with Poet? It's 80. Okay. Is 100... okay, so you know how some bosses have like 200 Blight resist? I'm assuming that is so that even if you had like 50 piercing, you still can't blight it. Like 100 is immune, right? Like if you get to 100 of a resistance, you're immune? Can anyone confirm that? I want to see that these are percentages. If no one knows, then I'll check the wiki if there is one. Solemnity is not a huge difference. 95 is max. But okay, so 95 is max, but is it percentage? Like you can, like 95 is 95% resistant to that thing? That's weird. Leveling up his guard doesn't make it the good guard. What's the difference between the two? That's 2 a turn, that's 3 a turn. Okay. Alright. Let's do plus bleed to harvest. And plus to controlled burn, our main damage sources right now. Alright, Provisioner.
Precious relics remind us
Pets.
of a time before
The blood.
end.
Moving gives debuffs and buffs, or hit a corpse. When you kill a corpse, get a heal and boons. Boons, Guild Wars 2. The blood gives you buffs, but it also stresses you out, and... well, I mean, we do have de-stress. That's still kind of a gamble, though. Not that. This would open up some options. Alright, so let's install our new
A
friend.
new variable in the equation.
Alright,
of your
Provisioner. Alright, Despairing Flame is what we're working
fate.
on.
A sound investment.
Install
Roads
Despairing
left
Flame.
untraveled.
Alright, and do you have a still for sale by chance? That would be awesome. Nope. Academics, De-stress, Stew, Invigorating Stew. Getting this right at the beginning would be pretty big. I'll buy that. Stew, yeah. Okay, let's double check. I think everyone should be just 9 across the board. Yep. Trinkets, combat items. Alright, in items. We could do gamble with the whiskey. I think I'll get this and then just save it till the next inn. Alright. What buffs and debuffs? Quick draw. Wow, plus 5 speed for 1 round. Sprained wrist. Pillager Fearing. Sprawl Scrounger. Knows where to find resources in the sprawl. Okay, we've got a sprawl buff. Alright, that's it. So, however, isn't Sprawl really resistant to fire? I think I'll go Shroud. I think it's I think Sprawl has like the fire resist, and I think Tangle has like a lot of blight resist. I don't know if there's one for bleeding. Really? We just started! Oh, great! When he uses his turn 1 taunt, he puts vulnerability on the second person, and she is locked into a skill I didn't want her to have. Awesome. Awesome. Didn't someone told me that the first inn there was no relationships? You lied to me.
Propriety
What?
floats listless on the tide. Brined in noxious degradation.
The boss of Sprawl is immune to burn. The librarian guy? Okay, what skill of hers did it move? It got rid of smokescreen, and it took run and hide. That's fine. I can live without smokescreen for a section. We have no, like, none scouting. If I want to go to the watchtower, and what's my quest? The lair, which is the boss. Watchtower, bing, bing, bing. Okay, so like one of those two. I have to skip the hoarder. I don't have much money anyway because I bought stew. Okay. Ah, missed it. Gain a wheel, we have max. Scouting, absolutely scouting. Don't scare the cat, pet it. I am. He's just way out of camera shot right now. Ah! Okay. Because it's not really a spoiler, I've beaten the boss of the... What am I in the Shroud? Hold on. Darkest Dungeon to Shroud boss. Someone said, I think he's immune to fire. I want to check. Where is... Let's see. Leviathan Lair boss. No. The wiki says he's 30% resistant to fire. And I can pierce that. We're good. Oh, you said Sprawl, the librarian. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sprawl boss. Let's see. Librarian. Yes, he's 200% resistant to fire. Just double checking here. He is 50% resist to bleed. I forget. Did I make the Jester a soloist this run? Yeah, so he can pierce most of that. Okay, do that. Ah, resisted the new application. Get rid of that crit token. And that's going to friggin' put vulnerability on her because she hates when the tank tanks. Don't you just hate when your tank tanks, John? He's lethal. We have 2 blind stacks. Alright. I don't mind doing an attack to get rid of 1 blind token, but 2 of them I'm just going to use the cleanse thing. Sorry, an orange tabby? Yeah, he's laying down on the floor. Here, one sec. Welcome to the fuzziest dungeon. Okay. That is where he currently is. Alright. Resisted the weakness. I love the little swirl that the Highwayman and she does before they use their melee attacks.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Die by dots? Yeah. Ship comes into frame. Death blow.
This work is noble and necessary.
Chat, I've cooled off from the eyeball situation. I'm chilled now. It is truly a bummer, though, that we had it to 2 health. With all of the confusion that we had, or me, whatever, if y'all just blame me, all the confusion I had on what the hell is going on in the first phase, there were so many actions that were wasted, and then we failed by 1 turn. Basically, any hero, 1 more turn, it was dead. That's it. Lose flame, lose stress, run, fight, and get speed. Did the eyeball balls change? Yes. Yes, it did. Yeah, there's patch notes on Steam that are very vague, and then there's a whole discussion under the patch notes about how awful it is. No! Is that anemic? Dang it. Nightfall's changed the mechanic. Yeah. Like, it's the only fight in the game that after I did it, I was like, alright, I need to study this. And I went and watched another streamer, their video of it. And I rewatched his phase 1 part of the fight like 3 or 4 times. And I was like, okay, I've got a very solid understanding of how this works. Can I cure that stun? Yes.
Hold fast, for who knows
He resisted
what
getting
lurks in
pushed.
the beyond.
Not a high likelihood I'll be able to get the baby before it does its thing. Baby in a bubble. Yeah, the baby very rapidly grows into a big nasty that's actually stronger than the others if you don't kill it quickly. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in time. I think these guys have Death's Door. No, they don't. Okay, cool.
Quickly. Steady yourself.
No. They managed to push him. Now he can't do anything. Since she got forced to bring Run Away, she could use that to back up and get him back in the front. But he's not gonna like it. In fact, it's gonna put vulnerability on him. So I think it's actually better for her to just do a swap. That's a pull.
Measure out your violence, then apply it.
That controlled burn still going, even when I'm fighting myself. I love controlled burn. Possibly my favorite skill in the game. Are any of these bleeds really bad? That one's not great. Alright, let's use Judgment, try and get rid of the evade token. Okay, they evaded it, but it's gone. Cure that bleed. It's, oh, friendship!
At least has
Friendship!
been tended to.
That one is dead. I can use Ransack to pull that one forward, but that will move this guy also. You know what? I'll do this. I'll patch you up. Cauterize. What's one of the heals in the game that can be used when the target is not low health, but it requires they be bleeding.
A master stroke.
She gained a guard? 33% chance to get a block on hit. Oh, okay. Do you like more DD2 or 1?
The Leviathan
So,
thickens the
a lot.
air.
I want to phrase this carefully because many people think that if I say I like one of them, I hate the other one. I like both. I think I like 2 more. I find myself coming back and playing this one more. You never finished first one? Yeah, so the final boss, and just make sure Chip isn't messing with cords. The final boss in the first game, or I should say, the first game had many dungeons. The darkest dungeon was the final one. The final boss of that dungeon, you do a chomp. All the bosses in the darkest dungeon, when you fought them, you would get PTSD. Whether you got lethal on that one. Whether you won or lost, you got PTSD. So your heroes would either die, or they would get PTSD and refuse to go back. And if you needed to do another attempt, you had to level up a whole new team of heroes, which was like 2 to 10 more hours. And it was like a pyramid scheme. And I really hated that. I really hated that. So I played like, 95% of Darkest Dungeon 1, but, that ending bit, really, I wasn't able to get through that. Kill a corpse for healing. Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. Fight might end before that at this point.
Extinguished at last.
You like the whole blood mechanic of the DLC? Blood mechanic? Are you talking about like Crimson Court? Hey, look at that. Yeah, I forgot about the corpse thing. Yeah, you reminded me of something good.
A calculated generosity.
But
A welcome one, nonetheless.
I actually don't remember if I played the DLCs from Darkest Dungeon 1. I think I might have played a little of Crimson Court, and that's it. Not enough that I can remember it. So I can't really comment on that. Alright, hospital. Do I have anything I really want to get rid of? Anemic is kind of lame. Mainly anemic. What's the other option? Academic study. I've already... Okay, I don't need a watchtower. I've already visited one. So if I go hospital, I lose that, but I got one there. Okay, so hospital's fine. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Are you planning on playing D4? I played it for 5 hours on stream last night, and I'm going to stream it tonight for 5 hours. We finished Act 1. The videos are up on my Mukluk Plays YouTube channel if you wish to watch them. We made a Necro. As I was going to do Druid, but I really didn't like what they did to Druid since D2. I also found an Easter... I was so proud of myself for this. I found an Easter egg. They're near where Griswold lived. We found Griswold's Edge, which was a sword that we made in Diablo 1. And it also had an appearance in D2 and D3. And we spotted it in a corpse next to Griswold's house, like as if he, like, during his last stand, he killed a zombie with it. Let's see. All right, anemic is causing problems. Get rid of that. This is a little annoying, but it's not the worst because most of his damage is bleeds. I think I'll actually save the rest of my money. You shove out the edge, we do know about it now. I like you, Mukluk. We've definitely been best friends as kids. Me beating you in all the games, you trying to hide your irritation. Oh, the memories we would have. I remember, okay, thinking of like friends and games as a kid. All right, this is one of the only consoles I had as a kid was, all right. Okay, hold on. I gotta put this into perspective. No one's gonna remember. All right, so Sega, one of their first consoles was the Sega Genesis. Sega came out with a competing device for the Game Boy. And it was called the Sega Nomad. And I was the only person I knew that had a Nomad. And here's the thing about it. The Nomad fit Genesis cartridges. You could just take the same cartridge you used on the Sega Genesis and just shunk it into the Nomad, and it worked. And the thing was a full color screen. It was a full color screen. And at that time, Game Boy was still black and white. And it was fantastic. It was like holding a brick, but the thing was fantastic. And you know, this was like 80 years ago. And do you still have it? Yeah, somewhere. It's around here somewhere. So I had this thing. And so I had some Sega Genesis games, even though I didn't own a Sega Genesis. And I had a friend invite me over, and we were going to play Altered Beast. And we were at his house, and I brought Altered Beast, and I had never gotten more than like 2 or 3 levels into the game because it didn't save. You had to leave the console and the TV on all night if you wanted to come back the next day. It was a long game, and it didn't have saves. You had to do it all in one go. And I was at his house, and like his parents were trying to send me home, and we were like, "Can we have just like one more hour? Can we have one more hour? Can we have one more hour?" And then it was late, and I was like friggin' 10 years old. And then finally my dad came over and he's like, "You come home now." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Because we'd been playing Altered Beast like friggin' like from noon to like 9 p.m. And they were like, "Get out of my house." Yeah, that's just a core memory. Let's see. Fight, lose flame and gain stress and run away, or fight. Those things go for 200 to 300. Nomads? Hold on. I know where I think it is. One second. Got a couple of those. Oh, well, okay, yeah, spot on. Alright, well that took 2 seconds. Alright. Yeah. There you go. Mukluk hand for reference. And there's the cartridge slot on top. Yep, I do still have it. Pretty good condition too. My old Game Boy has a scratched up screen, but this sucker doesn't have a scratch on it. Yeah, do I have any games in here? Oh my god, the old, okay, so there's controller, and the battery pack. Dude, this thing is almost as heavy as the Nomad. This is the battery pack that just shunks onto the back of it. So I guess I still have that, yeah. Carrying pouch. Yeah, I had a Game Boy also. 95% of the games I had were just Pokemon games. Mukluk old? Mm-hmm. I don't know if we can kill the baby bubble before it evolves. We will see.
Steady yourself.
Mukluk dad bod. If I drink enough Coke, we'll get there. Okay, I think we've got lethal for the baby. Not a phrase I thought I would say today. Cure the bleed stack on her. Stream Altered Beast, it's better than T4. My first console was a Lynx. I've never heard of that. Hold on. I don't know if you're trolling me. Oh, Atari Lynx. I have literally never heard of this. This might have been before my time. It was released in 1989 in North America. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never even seen that one. Like, I'm familiar with Ataris. I never actually, like, you know, went to a kid's house and they had an Atari. That was before me. But I'd never heard of the Lynx. This is blind plus evade. This is probably gonna miss, but it gets rid of both, and he gets a provoke. Lethal on him. Start working on this one. I love the goofy grin on this lady. She's like, she loves her job. And I love that she loves her job. All right, lethal on him. She was just a baby. Yeah, true. Very exciting time in her life right now.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result. A slow dissection.
If I can, I'll have the... Oh, no, it died. I was gonna have the runaway hit that corpse so that she got a heal from it, but it didn't work out. Alright, cauterize yourself. Don't forget corpse heal. I didn't forget, I just messed it up. Or missed the opportunity.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
I was 9 when that came out.
The loathing.
Oh, the
of
Lynx.
fates.
I will say one obscure fact. I love the wide range of ages that we have in this community. We have got some like very young people, and then we got like 70-year-olds like, yeah, let's kill the dragon, let's go. Freaking love it. What are my options? Minus flame, plus food and supplies. Plus flame, plus supplies. Leave. What? How much more map is there? 2 more stops. Minus flame, that'd be kind of risky. Alright, I'll take this, but ugh. 5 out of 20.
In crisis, no gains in
Book of Bawdy Tales. Look over here in the 80-year-old range making fun of his peers. Chad, do we go punch a Leviathan? Do we go punch a Leviathan? That's the bonus thing, but it's candles. Right in the face. Alright, tell you what I'm gonna do. Because the Leviathan fight is like 3 waves. So... Or I think most of the layers are 3 waves? What are we gonna say? So we'll do the trash waves and then look at the loot and decide if we like it. If it's not good, then we won't risk it and keep going. If this was D&D, I'd roll to seduce it. I remember one time that I read a thing about a dungeon master, and someone was like, you know, I rolled to seduce the dragon, and the guy's like, what's your willpower? He's like, why? And he goes, do you know how many half-dragon creatures there are in the world? The dragon rolls to seduce you, my friend. What is your willpower?